Happy birthday, Charlie. Here's what I got for you. The assassination. At 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as the president's open limousine proceeded at approximately 11 miles per hour along Elm Street towards the Triple Underpass, shots fired from a rifle mortally wounded President Kennedy and seriously injured Governor Connally. One bullet passed through the president's neck. A subsequent bullet, which was lethal, shattered the right side of his skull. Governor Connally sustained bullet wounds in the back, the right side of his chest, right wrist, and left thigh. The time. The exact time of the assassination was fixed by the testimony of 4 witnesses. Special Agent Rufus W. Youngblood observed that the large electric sign atop the Texas Book Depository building showed the numerals 1230 as the vice presidential automobile proceeded north on Houston Street a few seconds before page 49, shots were fired. 141. Just prior to the shooting, David F. Powers, riding in the Secret Service follow-up car, remarked to Kenneth O'Donnell that it was 12:30 p.m., the time that they were due at the Trade Mart. 142 seconds after the shooting, Roy Kellerman, riding in the front seat of the presidential limousine, looked at his watch and said 12:30 to the driver, Special Agent Greer. 143, the Dallas Police radio log reflects that Chief of Police Curry reported the shooting of the president and issued his initial orders at 12:30 p.m. 144. The speed of the limousine. William Greer, the operator of the presidential limousine, estimated the car's speed at the time of the first shot as 12 to 15 miles an hour. 144 other witnesses in the motorcade estimated the speed of the president's limousine from 7 to 22 miles an hour. More precise determination has been made from motion pictures taken on the scene by an amateur photographer, Abraham Zapruder. Based on these films, the speed of the president's automobile is computed as an average speed of 11.2 miles per hour. The car maintained this average speed over a distance of approximately 186 feet, immediately preceding the shot which struck the president in the head. While the car traveled this distance, the Zapruder camera ran 152 frames. Since the camera operates at a speed of 18.3 frames per second, it was calculated that the car required 8.3 seconds to recover the 136 feet. This represents a speed of 11.2 miles per hour. In the presidential limousine, Mrs. John F. Kennedy, Jacqueline Kennedy, Jacqueline Onassis later in life, on the left of the rear seat of the limousine, looked towards her left and waved the crowd along the route. Soon the motorcade turned on Elm Street. She heard a sound similar to a motorcycle noise and a cry from Governor Connally, which caused her to look at her right. On turning, she saw a quizzical look on her husband's face as he raised his hand to his throat. Ugh. Miss Kennedy then heard a second shot and saw the president's skull torn open under the impact of the bullet. Holy jeez, that's horrible. As she cradled the mortally wounded husband, Miss Kennedy cried, "Oh my God, they have shot my husband. I love you, Jack." Governor Connally testified that he recognized the first noise as a rifle shot, and the thought immediately crossed his mind that it was an assassination attempt. From his position in the right jump seat immediately in front of the president, he instinctively turned to his right because the shot appeared to come from over his right shoulder. Unable to see the president as he turned to the right, the governor started to look back over his left shoulder, but he never completed the turn because he felt something strike him in the back. In his testimony before the commission, Governor Connally was certain that he was hit by the second shot, which he stated he did not hear. Mrs. Connally, too, heard a frightening noise from her right. Looking over her right shoulder, she saw that the president had both hands on his neck, and she observed no blood and heard nothing. She watched as he slumped down with an empty expression on his face. Roy Kellerman, in the right seat of the limousine, heard a report like a firecracker pop. Turning to his right in the direction of the noise, Kellerman heard the president say, "My God, I am hit," and saw both of the president's hands move up towards his neck. As he told the driver, "Let's get out of here, we are hit," Kellerman grabbed his microphone and radioed out to the lead car, "We are hit, get us to the hospital immediately." The driver, William Greer, heard a noise which he took to be backfire from one of the motorcycles flanking the presidential car. When he heard the same noise again, Greer glanced over his shoulder and saw Governor Connally fall. At the sound of the second shot, he realized something was wrong, and he pressed down on the accelerator as Kellerman said, "Get out of here fast." As he issued his instructions to Greer to the lead car, Kellerman heard a flurry of shots within 5 seconds of the first noise. According to Kellerman, Mrs. Kennedy then cried out, "What are they doing to you?" Looking back from the seat, Kellerman saw Governor Connolly in his wife's lap, Special Agent Clinton J. Hill lying across the trunk of the car. Mrs. Connolly heard a second shot fired and pulled her husband down into her lap. Observing his blood-covered chest as he was pulled into his wife's lap, Governor Connolly believed himself mortally wounded and cried out, "Oh, no, 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 my God, they're going to kill us all." At first, Miss Connolly thought her husband had been killed, and then she noticed an almost imperceptible movement and knew that he was still alive. She said, "It's all right, be still." The governor was lying with his head on his wife's lap when he heard the shot hit the president. At that point, both the governor and Mrs. Connolly observed the brain tissue splattered all over the interior of the car. According to the governor and Mrs. Connolly, it was after that shot that Kellerman issued his emergency instructions and the car accelerated. Happy birthday, buddy.